before the camera went live. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Good evening. How are you? How are things? Tell us about all of your Thanksgiving preparations, those of you who are doing Thanksgiving.
Because you are living vicariously.
Very, very vicariously. I mean, to be fair, we went to Costco on Saturday and bought a pumpkin pie.
Which we just finished.
And literally finished the last slice tonight because it was freaking huge. And it took the two of us 5 days to take down. But it was delightful. And now we need something else because we're going to do a ham and cornbread because there's just two of us. And I'm not cooking a whole turkey just for the two of us. But I need a dessert. So we might need another pie.
Maybe a pecan pie.
You've been thinking about
or
pecan?
A key lime.
Tell me of your love of key lime pie. Is it just hilarious because it has the whipped cream / meringue topping and it's the pie that people throw in people's faces?
No, it's the color. It's a really entertaining color. I'm very entertained by it.
What if we did a coconut cream pie?
Then what would you eat?
The blackberry pie I would also make that you wouldn't get.
We have an accord.
Okay, fine. You make the coconut cream pie then, and I will make the blackberry pie, and I will be full and happy because blackberry pie and cornbread is like the best combination in the world. I'm hungry now. I just had dinner, and I'm
Welcome
hungry
to the
now.
show.
Yeah, Zalia, right? You're exactly right there with me. Hello, welcome to the stream. You remember that thing we used to do where we tell people what we do on this stream? Okay, so should you style it out and try that again, maybe?
I was under the impression it already was. We do three things on this show. The first one is that normally we'll do like an opening monologue, give you a chance to get situated, get the Rumba fully sentient, get the cat installed on the throne. You know, all that good stuff.
These days, the opening monologue tends to be us waffling on for 20 minutes. But this time, it can only last...
These days.
It can only last 10 minutes and 55 seconds because I've got a savory bread pudding in the oven. I have to rotate on the ad break. Don't let me forget.
Then we will get to the main event, if you will, which at the moment is playing through Slay the Princess, a fantastic game that I found out earlier today. The average completion time for is 3.5 hours.
Okay. I know Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull is a movie that people do not like, but Kate Blanchett's character was brilliant, and one of her lines in that movie comes to mind, which is when she and Mud are dueling, she mentions that he fights like a young man, eager to begin, quick to finish. And that is my opinion of people who play Slay the Princess in 3 hours.
We are not judging. There is no judgment. This is no judgment zone. No judgment. There's a treat.
Apropos, judgment size appropriately. Let's move on. I've been spending way too much time watching Dave Jones make horny dad jokes on Maine. I need to stop it. It is influencing my thinking. Hello. We're playing Slay the Princess.
We're playing Slay the Princess. And then
way more than 3 hours playing Slay the Princess.
And last night I got my screeners for Slow Horses Season 3 and we watched.
And last night the internet went out. So we watched Slow Horses Season 3 in one evening. And it was wonderful. And people are telling me all about their fantastic, Thanksgiving meal, upcoming things, and all sorts of stuff. Graham, I see you have a wiggly sort of suggestion for tonight. Hang on to that thought. We'll come back to it. I think that's a great idea because I don't have a dog in the hunt for this next particular run, other than I think we might want to experiment a little bit more with what we are positing to the narrator as what we believe about the princess, because most of our runs so far have been very save or believe or silence oriented. I think this might be what if we believe she's a badass and we're not powerful enough to stop her? I think that might have some merit. So we'll do that. We're also not sure whether or not this is the last playthrough. I think it might be. I think it has the potential to be, but we're slotting this weekend next week for Slay the Princess. If nothing else, next week may involve some Fallout or some optional extras or whatnot. Yeah. So that's kind of our plan.
Gotta catch them all, Princess Mon.
Can we pivot to talk about scheduling for a second, just so everybody's kind of on the same page? Today's the 22nd of November. When the hell did that happen? We've got 4 more weeks. 4? Tonight, including tonight, 4 more weeks of normal streaming content coming your way. This week and next week will be Slay the Princess. The week after that, we are hoping to line up the Brandon Boone interview because, oh my God, do I want to dork about this soundtrack and all of his other fantastic music for as long as physically possible. And then the week after that will be our last stream of the year where we usually do, like a fan art kind of wrap up. And we weren't really feeling something. Oh God, I've just read the first line of that. Well, don't look, honey. Okay. So Ursula's dropped the pre-order link for Paladin's Faith, the 4th book in the series. Alistair hasn't read any of the books of the series, and there's a bit of a spoiler on this very first line, and he hasn't read them yet, so I don't want him to see that. But it also involved my name, which is why it caught my attention. And I learned today, like 20 minutes ago, that there's a character named Marguerite in this series of books. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's also one of my favorite characters. I like her. She's awesome. Ursula just told me she named her after me, and I didn't know that before 20 minutes ago. So I'm still kind of reeling from that. And I'm also kind of reeling from the realization I had from that. So I was named after a character in a book. Marguerite Saint-Just is a character from Baroness Orkney's The Scarlet Pimpernel series, which is, if you really look at it closely, probably the first superhero ever.
No, it's completely
It predates Batman. It predates everybody else.
I have a sidebar for this when you're done.
Exactly. I was named after that character. And so now to have a fictional character named after me who was named after that character is... I'm still kind of reeling with like how this has gone in a full circle. It's very cool. They're great books. Okay, fine. Cool. Thank you very much. I have 6 minutes left on my timer is what it's reminding me of.
My sidebar. Yes, the skull.
Okay, yes. Sidebar, yes. But also, it's the 4th Paladin's book, and it's 130,000 words long.
There's a lot of it.
And then you could reread the first 3, and then read the 4th one, and that could be your Christmas, like it's going to be mine. So, please, by all means, check out the pre-order. It's now available. It releases December 5th. Please, go ahead, say your thing. Hello, Eli. How are you?
Hey, Eli. So, yes, the Scarlet Pimpernel is pretty much confirmed as the first superhero in Western literature. So much so, in fact, that there are a couple of instances of adaptations of the story, and there's been a lot, because it's been around a long time, which are pretty much beat-for-beat superhero stories. It's also one of the things which I encountered where I viscerally realized I perhaps needed to read slightly fewer comics for a little while. Herben, this will be something you're familiar with. There was a Richard E. Grant starring BBC adaptation.
There's been many movies and TV shows. Which
at one point has someone come to him and beg for help. And he kind of fops all over them. And they, I can't possibly do that.
Kind of his job.
Jeeves and Worcester. And there's the person storms off in disgust. And there is this perfectly framed shot of Richard E. Grant in elaborate clothing doing this. And I swear I saw a thought bubble over his head saying, yes, I, hapless fop Sir Percy Blakeney, can do nothing, but perhaps the Scarlet Pimpernel can.
Yes, exactly.
And I remember thinking that and going, I think I need to read a book without pictures.
Yes. For everybody, potted version, it is a French Revolution time period set piece where Sir Percival Blakeney, Baronet, i.e. a landed member of the English gentry, is smuggling aristocrats out of Reign of Terror era France to keep them from being murdered. And he's basically like a spy. He has two different personae. There have been several movies. There's been a TV. Was that a TV show or was it a movie?
That was a TV show, the one I saw.
Yeah, see, the one I really liked had, what was her name? Oh, come on. She did a Hearts on Fire Diamonds jewelry series and had twins at 50. What was her? She's this gorgeous French actress, and she was in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, and I can't remember the actress. Jane Seymour as Marguerite. That's the first one I interacted with, and then I read the books, and the books are hard to find. There's like a dozen of them, but you can only usually get the first two, which are about the smuggling out the Dauphin, so Louis XVI's son, and the original book, The Scarlet Pimpernel.
Also, I have checked, and none of them.
Oh, he's much like Batman. He's like Percy, for sure.
And none of them are the Scarlet Pimpernel versus Abbott and Costello.
just for everybody's edification. There's been several versions and remakes and different forms of it. It's good. It's a little romantic. It's very nice. I like it, and that's where my name comes from. So.
Very Count of Monte Cristo kind of.
Yes, very much Count of Monte Cristo, romantic, swashbuckly, spy vibes. It's good. It's very
possibly good. Also the single good Tory.
Well, not really. I mean, he's still landed gentry. But he's kind of trying to do something about. Put it this way: it's one of those series of books where I'm like, do I want to read that again? Do I want to challenge all of those warm and fuzzy feelings I have from my memory of this book to be kind of contemporary in my understanding of the evaluation of issues presented in this book? I haven't decided.
I believe that is known as A Visit from the Suck Fairy.
It has the potential to be A Visit from the Suck Fairy. And you need to vamp for a few minutes because I'm going to go take a moment and make sure that the delicious leek and Gruyere cheese bread pudding that we're having for breakfast tomorrow in the oven does not burn. You can say nice things about me where I can't hear you now.
Yes, because there's no way that you can hear how amazing and beautiful you are and how much I love you from the other side of our tiny-ass apartment. No retort. She's playing into it. Hi, how have you all been? It has been an interesting week, from a weird cultural kind of sense. We're kind of preparing for the first new Doctor Who episode in a couple of years, which would be great. And I've been watching a lot of Hindi spy movies. The YRF Spyverse, which I think I mentioned last week. The most recent one of which, Tiger 3, is now out at the cinema. It's about a guy. His name is Tiger. He does spy stuff. And it had two experiences. One I haven't had in a very, very long time at the movies, and one I've genuinely not had at all. And the one I've not had in a very long time is there was an interval, which I was quite grateful for.
And he didn't get ice cream. I'm very
2.5 hours long. So the thing about these movies you have to remember is that if the slow motion was taken out, they'd be about 90 minutes. So there's a lot of it.
Well padded is what we're saying.
So there is a moment about an hour and a half in where Tiger is framed for a crime he has, in fairness, absolutely committed and is extradited to Pakistan. And you get this huge extended sequence with the back of the prison plane dropping, and he's a big guy. He's like 6'2" in both directions. He's manacled and walks in slow motion down the runway. And
doesn't look at explosions like a cool guy.
Right. And there's this John Woo style circling shot around, and then he walks straight into shot, and the word interval appears in the most action movie-ass font I've ever seen. And I was so impressed. Just the only thing that was missing was him looking straight at the camera and going, "Get an ice cream." And I've been like, "Yes, sir."
How do you not get ice cream at the intermission? Unless you get Milk Duds or Jolly Ranchers or Nerds, preferably hot and cold. God, I'm dating myself so terribly by saying these things. Anyway.
And the other really, really cool, weird thing that happened was these movies are very Indian. They could not be very much more Indian. And there's a conversation to be had, and I'm not especially qualified to have it, about whether they are, in fact, very propaganda.
Oh, they are. They're absolutely. A lot of Bollywood has a very pro-national heritage vibe.
And it's been really interesting, because I've kind of shotgunned this entire series on Amazon Prime. And it's been really interesting to see how the kind of very nationalistic elements of the early ones are dialed back a little bit in this one. Though, in fairness, Tiger and his wife do save Pakistan. And everyone talks about how great it is that an Indian agent has done this for them.
They're definitely propaganda.
But at one point towards the end, after everything is done, and shortly before Tiger has cooked his special dal for the Prime Minister of Pakistan, because that's a thing he does.
Yeah, okay.
They play the Indian national anthem to honor them. And 6 people in the audience stood up. And my big white Manx ass in the top left-hand corner is like, this is a cultural experience that is not mine. This is like the 12-year-old kid who had the best time ever at Transformers Age of Extinction. My job is to witness this, but not to have it. Cool.
Wendy's comfort movie, A Matter of
Life and Death. Spectacularly good flick.
Yes. Who also played the Pimpernel in a TV production. Oh, okay. Awesome. All right, so we've talked about my bizarre namesake realization.
Mm-hmm.
We put the pre-order link for Paladin's faith in the chat for everybody. Speaking of things that we need to put in the chat for you, hang on. I am multitasking. Here we go. Let's hang on to this link for tonight, please. Okay, fine. There's a link.
Transparency.
Who is it? It's Steam is running their annual Steam Awards, and you can go and do nominations right now for things like Game of the Year and Soundtrack Award. And if you don't think I have been playing, it was always that easy on Repeat One on my phone all week. YouAreWrong.com.
I love that they have a best game you suck at award,
which I think is great. Best sit back and relax game, an award that is an antidote to a busy day. So if you have a stream account and you want to, please go and nominate games because the nominations are open until the 28th. So we have a few more days yet, and then the winners will be announced on the 2nd of January. And I think it would be fantastic if... I love this category's Labor of Love, which is a game that's been out for a while, but the team keep engaging with it. That's really
cool.
So I nominated Scarlet Hollow for Labor of Love. But please join me in nominating Slay the Princess for at least the Soundtrack Award, because I think Brandon Boone has done an amazing job, and I can't wait to talk to him all about it. Okay, so I think that was all the links that we wanted to share.
I think so.
Did I put a timer on for the rest of the red pudding? Yes,
I don't know.
I did. Best soundtrack is a hard yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Stray Gods is another good one. The Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack is really good. It's got a freaking Disney Princess Villain song in the middle of it, and it gets very stuck in your head. It's very cathartic to be fighting to the soundtrack. There's no wrong answer, but please go and participate if you can. That would be fantastic.
As a favorite.
Hawkeye says Dark Side Detective is also doing a massive sale for Stream Autumn stuff. It's only $5. Ooh, great.
The art they've done is the cutest thing. They've done Julian McQueen at a pumpkin festival.
Where? Is this on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Excuse me. Must see the cuteness. Dark Side Detective.
There you go.
Oh, this is so cute. I'll share the link with you, chat. It's adorable. Oh, they're at like a little autumn farmer's market.
With a little doggo.
It's got a very Blade Runner vibe
really
going on. That's a lot of work.
So you thought that too, huh? That is an entirely bespoke...
That's a lot of work.
That is an entirely
bespoke, promo graphic,
visually complex location.
Oh yes, the side-by-side remaster comparisons have been delightful. I've really enjoyed those. I'm watching you, Dark Side boys. What do we got going on here? I don't care because there's a puppy.
Little papa.
I don't know what that is, but if you play Coffee Talk 2 challenge mode, you get to serve them coffee, and Dooley always gets really sweet. That's very sweet. I know. I was very conflicted about soundtrack as well. I went with Slay the Princess because I figure Baldur's Gate is going to get a butt ton of nominations and doesn't need my help, but Slay the Princess I definitely want to champion for soundtrack. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things going on right now for you guys to engage with. I'm going to say this because it's kind of my obligation to do so. So we are also a nonprofit. Our company is a nonprofit. And so if you have donation monies that you have to use up by the end of the year, or corporate matching that you need to find a home for,
if you've got a few quid lying around, perhaps you could...
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I don't have a button for like how you can support us. I should put that on my...
Nothing escapes the to-do list. Nothing escapes the to-do list.
To support us button. I'll have one by next week. How about that? But on that note, what have I got? I got 12 minutes left. The ad break doesn't start for 10. Can we figure something out for 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Or should we load in?
I think we can do 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Ducky. Appreciate it. Have you seen Lucas from Coffee Talk Plush? Yes.
You need him.
He's
Tiny little horns. Tiny little horns.
So adorable. I can see Julie getting the coffee drink that's mostly flavored syrup, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That is the man that does rainbow sludge unicorn frappuccinos.
Oh,
possibly for breakfast.
Oh, but that's okay because it's like a pumpkin spice latte. It's a warm milkshake you can have for breakfast, right? Today's mad idea: instructional videos in the style of Class of '99 sunscreen song.
I think that's a spectacular idea, and you should do it.
That sounds brilliant. Okay, speaking of things that I want that you artist people can make go. Okay, my art comes in very limited forms, and it mostly involves feeding people who consider you a thirst trap. So let's just move on. Slay the Princess. The soundtrack is fantastic. This is undisputed. We've discussed this previously. But what I want is lo-fi. I want lo-fi girl Slay the Princess. And that means I need all the different princesses hanging out in their differently decorated dungeons and basements doing princess waiting things. I don't know if that's like full-on lo-fi girl poking at the computer or, I don't know, sitting there sharpening claws or something like that. And then in Brandon Boone's copious spare time and when I win the lottery, he can make me a playlist, a lo-fi Slay the Princess playlist, and we'll just have all the fan art all ready to go. And it can be a delightful, like, 40-minute remix of, like, all the different princess themes with their lo-fi art, right? There we go. I've spoken it into the world. Fan artists,
start your ring.
Go. That's how these things work, right? I'm manifesting. I'm just manifesting visual art that I have no way of creating myself. But if I win the lottery, I could commission it. Okay, all right. Wouldn't it be just good? Because some of it is so relaxing. I'm like, if you just slowed this down and blended it all together. I mean, they've got all those gorgeous lo-fi channels and slow TV for Star Trek and Star Wars and all the other different like kind of franchises now. It would be brilliant for Slay the Princess, right? You just put a fireplace down there, and it's the different princesses coming.
Make it festive.
Make it festive.
The festive kind of present.
The festive sort of ending the world in chains. All the princesses coming, hanging their little stockings on the fireplace or some crap. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Make it happen, internet. Thank you.
This happened a ridiculously long time ago now, and it possibly shows I should adjust my standards. But almost nothing I've ever seen in a video game has impressed me more than Beyond Dark Castle, which was a 2 floppy disk, platformer for the Mac Classic. And the huge deal that was made out of it was
we'll see you soon, Hawkeye.
There was like a fully animated intro where your character ran on, pulled the candlestick on a fireplace, and the fireplace rotated. And then when the game started, you were on the fireplace, and the view had changed. And in the 12 Days of Christmas, you pulled the candlestick and the fireplace turned around and there was a Christmas tree and decorations on the other side of it.
I remember playing, Stronghold, one of those build a castle and then send waves of different types of enemies against it kind of game.
Stronghold.
Sure. And
Stronghold.
He's just...
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, for now. He's going to interrupt me again. You'll see just when it's funny. And if you logged into the game on Christmas, it would know it was Christmas and it would say Merry Christmas to you. So things like that. Everything about Myst is impressive. You are right to be impressed about Myst. If you haven't read the books, read the books. They're freaking brilliant. Some of my all-time favorite world-building mechanics ever take place in the Myst books. They're amazing. All right. I got 7 minutes. I should probably go check on that. And so how about this? Why don't we take our little ad break here, everybody? Go and get yourself a beverage if you don't have one already. And perhaps a cuddly toy, because this might get a little gruesome this evening, depending on what approach to this we take. We'll take our ad break. I'll go pull the bread pudding out of the oven. And we'll come back and we'll see if this is, in fact, the last time we get to slay the princess or not. I have my doubts, but we'll find out. We'll be right back, okay? expecting that. I was expecting a load screen. We loaded the game, and that popped up instantly.
Which is, I mean, it means that we are spared the awkwardness of, hey, how have you been?
Right? Apparently, we've been fine. Time just sat there. For those of you who weren't here with us last week, we reached the end of a cycle. We went to talk to them and we said, we're not ready to go yet. And she said, okay, that's fine. We'll be here. And the game shut off. Just full exited. And we were like, okay, that's not ominous.
Okay, bye then.
So I've just loaded the game, like expecting the usual content warning screen and everything. And she waited. Here we are.
Grim had a suggestion.
Yeah, Grim, while I put the reminders about content warnings and things of that nature in the chat, if you want to make your suggestion about this next particular cycle, go for it. I will task you with keeping an eye on that while I put the details about the game and all its many, many, many content warnings in the chat and the Dramatis Personae, where you can find
content warnings, which are basically just Arnie saying the word all.
Carefully checks the chat for surprise, Brandon Boone. Not yet, Doc, but
it's wiping time.
But
hey, Martin.
He did in fact confirm when we were streaming this week, so he may be along later. Hey, Martin, how you doing? You nearly had a heart attack. I can't wait for the interview. The interview's going to be so good, so start prepping your questions now. We're giving Grim a moment here to see if they want to make a suggestion about our next playthrough here. Go, no talking, just stabbing, but then check the princess's pulse to see if she's already dead.
She's really dead.
Okay.
Cool. I feel like we could do that.
It's a way to get more voices. I think we can do that. I feel like we can do that.
I like where our collective head is at. Yes.
There we go. Okay, so let us complete this cycle. Now that we've, taken a week to think about it.
The really complex physicality of that design. I love how she is simultaneously being caressed
and supported.
And I think her left arm is being broken.
Well, it's being pulled backwards or supported in weird ways, Did we try locking her downstairs and straight up lying to her? We have not tried straight up lying to her. Who's surprised? Hi, Paladin.
Like, literal in-fiction paladin now.
Okay. So either do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? I think that's new. Let's ask.
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
I mean, fair, but my inner prepper is like...
Eli, real quick, I know we say this all the time, but this one really does reward watching playthroughs.
Yeah. So let me put the playlist of previous encounters with this game.
And the brilliant thing is, I all but promise you could watch ours and any one other person, and it would be different.
But put it this way, you're about to get both the first experience and a very late game experience at the same time in just a moment.
Very efficient.
All right, I think we're ready to go back. Destroy your body has such interesting connotations. I think... Oh, that was my alarm, but I turned off the oven already. I think we'll be conflicted about that towards the end.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Wait a minute! I will know what I am? Does that mean the mirror's gonna work?
I will be here, waiting for you.
And I'm going to help you do whatever it is you want to do, because I don't like the narrator.
Every time.
Every time. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm going to save here. Just because. Well, it isn't the asshole, right?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Isn't that the best part of the game, Martin? Arguing with the narrator? Of course it is.
The worst version of the other.
Narrator speaks. Everyone dislikes. Okay, so for at least Elk, who's new to this experience, we have several dialogue options here. Those that are highlighted with explore in the front are learn more, you're not making a choice. Those that don't say that or are in square brackets indicate actions that we can take. So are we thinking no talk, only slay, but then check pulse includes silently continuing to the cabin?
We've not done minimal interaction with the narrator.
Yeah, why don't we just cold shoulder the narrator while we're at it? You can talk to him, Ozzy? Okay. See, one of these, a playthrough where you just tell the narrator thank you and do exactly what he says, I think should also happen at some point. I'm very curious about that. And Johnny to Coventry.
What about sweet? I always wanted to offer Monarch.
See, I think that also kind of does a thing, so I don't want to. No talk, only... Okay, so we're going to silently continue to the cabin and just let him do what it is he's going to do.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I consider this like cabin
The only
prime,
furniture of note
right?
is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
So we're not... We are taking the blade, right? Because this is no talk, only slay, but then we check her pulse.
The blade is your implement.
Okay.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And see, Sansa, that's exactly what I kind of think we need to do. Is what we haven't experimented with is thinking she's one thing, but then doing something else, or failing, or changing our mind. So, have you ever considered that even the base cabin makes no architectural sense?
Well, it makes no goddamn sense at all.
Why is there a door in the wall leading to a basement in a... Anyway, yeah, exactly. All right, fine. So, we can either take the blade or enter the basement. We will be taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
And the music changes.
It would be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Notice that this time the music changes. Go into the basement. No mirror. Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Okay, so we're getting the whole cold vibe, and we haven't heard any of the voices yet.
She sounds dangerous.
Yep.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Which is an interesting, because this is kind of her default state. We haven't said anything or interacted in any way that has any opportunity to alter her perception of herself or our perception of her.
Elk, both. Both is good.
Yeah, dangerous and hot, for sure. The only interaction has been taking the knife. Thank you, Syntax. That's right. We did take the knife. So somehow she perceives that we have the knife. Please, that's a deep cut, and if any of you got it, you're my age, and I
Don't let
appreciate
it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
She said 3 words, my guy.
So, we're going to continue down the stairs, not say anything. Right? She totally aced that perception check.
Let's fucking go.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I want to get in the staring
There's
contest.
a heavy chain
Can we have
around
a
her
staring
wrist,
contest?
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
And I love how he asks that as a question, prompting you to interact with.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, so No talk, only slay. Still our nerves. Step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
That was a pun. Thank you, Johnny.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Narrative resonance?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
So again, now she's talking about herself.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Nope.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
So, no talk, only slay.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep
Content
into her heart.
warnings.
Okay.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Speedrun.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
I love how the whole game plays with highlighting in shades of red. It's the only color element. I'm wondering if they're going to play with that more towards the ending.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Hence the lettering.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Well, my dude. I love you, sweetheart. We've been here a couple times now. Okay, now check her pulse. All right, fine.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Look at the emphasis on the word believes there. It's one of the few times we've seen italics. And I think this is supposed to be a real clue, because think about how many people are just going to speed run, okay, slay the princess, as like a first go through. Hello, kitty.
But it's over, isn't it?
And the music
She
changes
stopped
again.
breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
And you can see her eyes have softened and locked.
But is it over? Really over?
Let's find out. Okay. Of course it is. She's dead is blacked out. Oh, so this must be a, if you pick that path.
We've been here before.
We've been here before, and now we can't take that chance.
What are you thinking? I'm not sure, or of course not, that was too easy.
Like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. I don't know. And the fact that there are 3 other options here implies that there's a couple of different... I love when games do this. I love when games show you the dialogue options you could have gotten but can't in this run. I'm waiting for Goblin to give me a nudge about if there's one in particular I should take. I'm like... I'm kind of feeling like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. No problem, Elk. Have a good one.
I'll find out.
Your advice ends here. That means I'm going to save the game. Okay. Ta-da! There's interesting part in one different path in which the narrator advises you to not think that the princess cannot die. Interesting. Okay. And again, we look at the underpinning of the dialogue box. It's got those leaves again. Okay. What this implies to me is that there's two different dialogue options, which means we can get 2 different types of princesses. What do we believe about her? Do we believe she has some kind of trick up her sleeve, or do we believe that she wouldn't go down without a fight? I want to go with the trick. I'm going to say I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
Well, I mean, they're above her elbow, for one thing. I mean...
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
None. None at all, hero.
I really don't think you should do that.
Well, I don't think you should be here and not be giving proper evidence for all of your suppositions and gaslighting, but we're just kind of stuck with each other, aren't we, Johnny?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Yes! Skepticism! Yes!
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Now that's just a failure of speculative fiction imagination, Mr. Narrator. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, so look what's blacked out. You're right, she said, let's get out of here. There is check for a pulse, or there is remove the blade. There's no coming back from that. Well, we know she's gonna be back. Elk is left now, so I can be a little more forthright with this. I kind of like the idea of removing the blade. Not so much bleed out faster. We'll have another weapon. You're right? If she's the Time Lord, she'd have 2 hearts. If she's undead, stabbing her in the heart wouldn't matter in the slightest. But Goblin's advice was check for a pulse. So I think let's check for a pulse. If she comes back, pops back up and pulls the knife out of her chest and attacks us with it, we deserve it.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
Well, now I know. I breathe. It says I held my breath. That's a new fact. That's a gorgeous piece of art right there for sure.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
Thank you, hero. Great job on the hair, yeah.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
But he gives us the option. He asks the question, do we want to change our mind? Why? Does he even know what part he's playing in this?
Wait, what was that?
Oh, I hate you and love you both for that.
You know what that was? That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
And listen to how he sounds.
I guess I won't be dying alone after
God.
all.
Okay, yeah, and the blood was moving. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Okay, we're about to deserve what we get. So then what I want to do with the next time through is I want to apologize. And see how that works.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
What got
We're also seeing the
dug
fangs, right?
into our side? Yeah?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
And where did that come from? Does she get whatever we get? That would be new.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
We've got a kind of murder-suicide pact going on here. Interesting.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Okay, this next playthrough's gonna be fascinating.
See you around.
And see, the dress is getting redder and redder. You were suspicious of her, and that reformed her into a suspicious figure. Interesting.
You were so close! Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Yeah, we did that one, buddy, where we were successful and it didn't get us any better either.
For whatever that's worth.
Right?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The end. The razor. Okay.
I'm sure this
You're
is
on
going
a
to be
path
fine.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The chat seems very excited that we got razor.
It's like it's a cute
A
nickname.
lot of people, I think, consider this their favorite. All right.
It's like, you know, Good.
Does it have a pneumatic press with the holes drilled in to lower the weight? That is an old school BattleBots joke. And he didn't get it, but that's okay. I love
You're
it anyway.
here to slay her.
Thank
If you
you,
don't,
Martin. Thank you.
It will be the
Thank
end
you.
of the world.
Martin got my Robot Wars joke.
Is it time for Exacto Mommy? No, I got your Robot Wars joke.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't already happened. Okay, I died. So more explore options. So this one has a lot of... when I told Goblin about my razor run, it left an impression enough to convince you to get it. Oh, okay. All right.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
Yeah, that's a great one.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you.
Yes,
People
like
don't just
girl
spring
boss.
back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
No.
Sure.
Well, kinda.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Agreed. Now, who is the new voice?
Yeah.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Oh, fuck, it's Clive Schill.
All right, Games Workshop.
I'm sorry, I'm Clive Schill. I work in R&D. I think you mistook me for the fucking Mandalorian.
Voice of the cheated. Actually, Amerly, I think we're up to 3. We've got the narrator, the voice of the cheated, and the voice of the hero. Stab us again, Mr. Dubois.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Mm-hmm. When attacking her, you get different results for hesitating, for fighting her on equal grounds, and for giving up during a fight. Ah, haven't tried any of those routes.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
Really?
You'll do just fine.
I'm going to assume that's a figure of speech.
I'm not.
We'll see. Okay, so let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Luke, Red Valley is one of my all-time favorite shows. It is so good.
Yes.
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that
All right.
this really is the second time you've
So
met
we've
me.
had this
You
dialogue
died
before.
last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
So insufferable.
We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life?
We mostly
If
listen to
she
you.
sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
Well, yeah, she died.
Congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right.
Oh,
I need to understand him.
So
And I
hard.
believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, that's actually true.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Unless she remembers.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
It's that latter one that's my working theory, is that she's a fungus, essentially, so we're just branching fractures.
Oh.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I don't know, I didn't meet anyone in the place I left except for the princess.
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
Urban, the idea of Clive Schill and Matt Berry as confidence and paranoia in a rebooted Red Dwarf is so perfect.
Wow.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
That's my working theory. I think we're in multiverse. This doesn't, with time loops, there would probably not be the same amount of environmental alteration. I think it is multiverse theory, yeah. Has anyone else voted for Slay the Princess at the Steamy Awards? Yes, very much so, and definitely for the soundtrack.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
Yes, but I'm standing here alive and uninjured, and therefore why don't you assume that she is as well?
What's going on?
I'm not sure.
Do we need to take a break?
Yeah, folks, apologies. I'm getting some text messages of a financial nature, and I just need to send an email real quick and make sure everything is cool and I'm not being hacked. Apologies for the disruption real quick, but we're going to take 3 minutes and I will be right back. AKA, that's what... Oh, hold on, I've muted the game audio. AKA, that's what we do. The stream takes place at night, and we're cheesy.
I didn't realize that T-Rock had to make popular have I kept secrets with you.
Right? I mean, that we refer to our Christmas meal as the adoration of the baby cheeses because that's what it's there for, and because, you know, of that video, of that card game. Right, sorry. All is good. Accountant is doing things for which I'm getting notifications, but they are intentional good things, not you are being hacked or
It's not
things.
jack into the source, destroy the code kind of situations.
Jack into the node, destroy the host. It's your favorite comic.
I love you.
I love you too. Okay. All right, fine. So here we are. We're gonna. This ad break brought to you by. Yeah, by all means, if there's any cheeses out there that want to sponsor me, I love cheese. It's my favorite food in the whole
When I
entire
want to
world.
chemically enhance my brain before bed, I like to eat any fucking cheese. Any of it. I don't care. I'll eat all of it.
Don't eat all of it. That's very bad. All right. People said you shouldn't because you get weird, vivid dreams. Oh, people say weird things about don't eat this or that before bed all the time. Right. Okay. So I think we should go apologize and be like, well,
Hey.
we both learned something. Maybe we should do something else.
So,
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip. You'll save the world in no time.
Yes, that definitely makes me not want to rebel against you, you schmuck.
such a dick.
Okay, so we can go back to the cabin, or should we position a little bit more information about this princess? Yeah, the last time I had a dream, I had to rip out Jack Black's eyeballs. It was not pleasant. It woke me up, and I woke up and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. How else will we inspire the podcast Renaissance without cheese-induced hallucinations? I mean, fair.
I need that behind the music special.
Let's see. I don't want to talk to the narrator. I want to go to the cabin. I want to talk to the princess. I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you. I need to apologize.
A warning.
Yes.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe a word you
Couldn't
say.
be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Mm-hmm.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Yeah, because it went so well the last half dozen times.
But now she's like a combat badass. I want to team up with her and take down the narrator. Right?
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
And I want to see what the cabin looks like. Gotta see her lo-fi background.
The interior of the
Ooh.
cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Listen to the music.
Oh,
Listen to shh. Ooh, that deep bassoon. Nice. Okay, I have a question. And that question is, if the point of this is to free the princess, if she wants to get free, that door's blown off its hinge.
She's still
Why
mad.
is she in the Then how did she blow the door off? Okay, I tried to do a bloody doors off reference, but I got too excited. Okay. I'm not gonna take the knife with me this time. I think we're gonna do a, we cool? You got yours, I got mine, we're even? Let's team up kind of vibe.
Hey. You cool?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right? Give me Ocean's 8 with the frickin' princesses right now. 6 seasons in a movie. Let's do it. Mirror on the wall. The whole cabin is different. I think that's
like that one.
neutral enough. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different.
See, the hero gets it.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been there.
Shut up.
I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life
It's
nonsense.
not past life.
You
This is an
haven't
alternate
died, and you
dimension. We had this
certainly
conversation.
haven't been killed by the princess.
Keep up, shepherd.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Says the disembodied voice with no body to stab.
We
Love.
can work on that.
I love back-talking the narrator so much. It's my favorite part.
We've looked at the mirror every previous time.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You
No,
reach
still.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
We
I
can't
hope you know
interact
how
with the
ridiculous
mirror
you look right now.
somewhere where the narrator can change our interaction with it. We can only interact with the mirror when we're with her
In the long quiet.
in the long quiet.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Valid.
I'm right with you, Clive.
All right, we're going in the basement. We're not taking the knife. Nope. We're gonna be cool. We're cool.
Cool.
In fact, I'm gonna say,
How cool we are. We cool,
look at me.
cool little
being cool.
quantities.
We cool?
Cool.
See, now you're armed and I'm not, because you probably got fucking claws and shit.
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
It's called trust, my dude.
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing. The door to the
Oh,
basement
dear.
creaks open,
Oh, listen.
revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
It sounded like a sharpening blade for a moment, like a whetstone.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yes. How would... Okay. Interesting. Right, Doc? If that's how it works, I mean, we should start a hashtag lo-fi princess or something. I don't know, but oh my god, I want a lo-fi slay the princess, like, YouTube video. Like, 40 minutes long, all the princesses changing through. Let's do it.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
She might have claws. Don't be ableist. I have claws.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
It's in the music.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh, we're starting at red lettering. Oh boy.
Oh.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Oh, Clive.
Yeah, we're calling him Clive now.
As you descend the final step,
that's
the form
not
of the
right.
princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Middle of a tunnel.
There is a broken window behind her.
I don't know if that's a window so much as it's a hole in an upper floor. She's very sharp. The whole skirt has changed. It's all pointy and jagged now.
I wonder if she remembers us.
I think she does, little buddy.
Oh, yes. We're definitely going to find out she remembers us. Right, Lily? She's happy. That's great.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
And why is that?
I can't
Come
see
on
her
now, we're not
arms.
falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us.
Look at her
but
face.
She can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Yeah, she's probably got sharpened claws, and that's fine. I want to talk to her this time.
Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
Did you tell her?
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Okay. We got a whole bunch of explore options. Let me read these. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of goodwill? We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. What happened after you died last time? Another popular choice. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Ooh! I like that too. Nobody has to die. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? And then here are the choices. Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn and leave. I'll be right back. I left something upstairs. Go retrieve the knife.
I'd save.
Oh, okay. We've not gone back to any of these saves, but I love that we keep saving. It makes me feel happy. Oh, there's so many good explorers here. I want to start with either what happened. I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Oh, she's fun.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Okay. That's useful, though, because it reinforces what she is now, which is the Razor.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
She does remember, and she tells us exactly what it is she did, because she hasn't changed from what it is that happened last time.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I really like this. But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember
I
it.
think we should do that.
So you tell her, that's right, you remember what happened.
I really like that.
I do too. That's what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yeah, you would,
Yeah,
and
you would.
that's fine. That's your reality. I'm just trying to establish a baseline here.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
She just slipped. So I can stab you again. I mean, stab you for the first time. She knows. She remembers. Good. Okay, cool.
Her tiara is wrong and upsetting. I don't know quite what's on there.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Yes, Clive, but what does that get us other than confirmation that she is who she says she is?
Do you hear how deranged
Oh,
you
shut
sound
up!
right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Why are you saying this is only going to end in violence? Now I'm going to make it not end in violence just so I can piss you off. Watch me. Okay. Look, okay. Nobody has to die is one I like at the end. Okay. All right. Can we talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
That's right.
She certainly feels threatening.
That's why we haven't moved yet, lads.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself.
go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Mm-hmm. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again, is I think the next one I'm gonna pick. Because I don't want to tell her to let bygones be bygones.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
Because this is a time-traveling farce. I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's what really counts.
I'm not convinced.
This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
Really? All she saw us talk. Same with us. Nobody has to die.
Of course not! At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
Okay, that's hilarious.
How many more times does she have to
Shut up!
vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
First thing that's come out of Cheetah's mouth that I've agreed with.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury?
Yes.
Right now? You're acting like you are.
Thank you, hero.
My entire world is at risk.
Really?
Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Are they ganging up on the narrator?
Yes.
No. I have my dignity.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Axel! I don't have the key. I don't want to say that because then it puts it makes it true. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I think we should make a choice.
Okay.
Should we say, I know you have a knife, I'll let you out of here if you drop it? The two voices say we and are different from the narrator. Yeah, they are, very much so. I do like the idea of just turning around and leaving, but
Piecing out.
I feel like I want to find an option where I don't attack her. And I don't want to say I'll let you out of here if you drop her.
Exhaust some more alternatives.
Yeah, it's another good place for a save. If I come close to me, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? I mean, she's going to say yes to that. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
So when we find out she has knives for hands.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to say you're being so suspicious right now. That just reinforces it. Let's try I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
All right, fine.
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored?
Bored.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit.
Oh, God.
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Okay, so there was a clock. Huh. Okay. And now we're going to die? So just a reminder to everybody of the content warnings. I think Princess Wolverine's about to take us out here. Fair.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
So she cuts her other arm off, folks.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment.
Okay.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Yeah, here it comes.
Both, Stitch. She's both.
And then
Thank
she
you.
slices
Oh, boy.
through her arm.
As I said just a moment ago.
She has quite strong Deadpool energy.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
No, we're not.
We're not, lads.
No.
Now we run.
No.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
Okay, Deadpool.
That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run,
Oh,
run, run!
boy.
You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace. We don't make it, do we?
No, I don't think we do.
No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
Yeah, Kiwi, that's what's upsetting me the most. It's the flapping flesh glove.
I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
There.
I think that's what you have to do.
With a squelch, she does just that.
But look at her eyes.
Look at how simply she is drawn.
And sharply. Look at the point of her shoulders, the point of her chin, the point of her jawbone. She looks resigned or
Exhausted. Or numb.
resolved, but emotionless. Numb is a good one.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
No thoughts, only knife is very accurate. Chapter 3. No way out.
You're on a path in the woods. No,
What?
fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
The voices are getting more powerful
Yep.
the more they
You
go
dropped
on.
the pitch on the cheated a lot. The cheated started off very nasal and like that. And now it's
No,
down
the
here.
voice hasn't changed.
It has a little bit.
But what he has said, we're not starting in the woods, we're starting in the cabin. He's more powerful. He's now taken the power of the narrator to dictate our environment.
You're what? The interior
See?
of the cabin is sharp.
Oh, fuck.
A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
See? That's exactly what's happening. The voices are becoming more powerful. There's no door there. It's just the mirror.
This is like when the Smitten went, no, we're going to go to our loft.
Yes,
A couple
exactly.
of bins ago.
Getting more powerful.
I have to go to the bathroom.
All right. Well, okay, I'll pause. Wait, let us conjecture while Alistair takes a quick break. He was narrating up until he realized he wasn't in charge of what it was he was narrating. And what did you just describe her like? And now the cabin is all sharp. Yes, very much so. I mean, she had pointed shoulders and like the chin and the jawbones and everything about her was really sharp and jagged and boldly drawn, but not very detailed, if you know what I mean. Yep. Exactly. Now the narrator gets to feel what it's like. It's interesting to me that the blade, the style of the blade never changes. It's a constant. And the mirror design doesn't change. But the environment around does. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Fortress of Solitude. Superman's palace in the North Pole or whatever. It's got a lot of that like icy but still organic kind of vibe. If you replay that bit, Marguerite, please pick the dialogue option asking if she's going to stab you because her voice acting is just so hilarious in her reply. Okay. I will. Well, I think once we finish playing this game for stream, I'm going to like be weapons free and then I can finish the damn game in 3 hours because I'm just going to be clicking through and picking lots and lots of options. I wonder why the knife design doesn't change. I wonder if it's meant to be just like the narrator. It's meant to be a solid variable. It's either you have it or you don't. What the knife is or what it looks like or what it does or what effect it has never changes. They're constant. Yeah. Fascinating. Did you guys see my bread pudding? Came out of the oven. You can't wait for my reactions to her, huh? Okay. Well, she was the Razor previously. What was the title card? What did the title card say?
No Way Out.
No Way Out. Well, because look, there's no door.
Shit.
It's just the mirror. Okay, so this is Kiwi's favorite princess, the one we're about to encounter. All right. Here we go.
I feel dizzy.
Yeah, I get that.
I said it looked like the Fortress of Solitude.
It does.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Oop, the game just turned down in volume all of a sudden. Let me tweak that. Hang on, everybody. I want to make sure that you guys are hearing everything okay. There we go. Okay.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
Well, according to you, I've got a lot of different realities I'm juggling here, buddy.
Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Says who?
Is he the first voice other than the hero we've had in 2 runs?
What, the Contrarian?
We've had the Contrarian before.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah. He's just popped up.
Are we gonna get the what's the other guy's name? Smitten.
Is this fun for you? It's not fun for me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
I don't think we ever met the Broken. They're all here, folks. Oh dear.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Oh, I've stopped counting.
This is our 3rd?
Oh, buddy.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
So where did the voice of the Broken come from?
This is a new iteration. We seem to get a new voice with each new iteration.
So I think it's Razor cheated, and then whatever this next princess we're gonna meet, and Broken. Oh, that doesn't bode well for us now, does it? Yeah, Smitten isn't here.
Yet.
And we had the Contrarian, but I don't see the Skeptic yet either.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, A pristine blade perched, we take it.
Hey, no.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Doesn't give us a choice this time. We have to take the blade now, because she's killed us twice, I guess.
And then, we throw it out the window!
I love you, Contrarian, so much.
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not too late, because we already did it, didn't we? Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world...
They're at war.
Yes.
Or reality's breaking down. We've done this often enough that everybody has enough control that we're entering a state of entropic chaos.
That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that.
You mean that thing that you just did to the narrator, that the narrator's been doing to us the entire time?
You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things.
I do like the Contrarian a lot.
What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
So, Lily, as far as we can tell, each voice is an indication of an iteration with the princess. So, for example, a previous playthrough, when we got the prisoner princess, we got the skeptic voice. When we got the damsel princess, we got the smitten voice. We always have and start with the hero, as far as we can tell. Broken seems to be the newest one here. Contrarian was from a previous playthrough.
You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
Okay, buddy. I've never had the Broken before. I think he's the new voice we get right now, having seen the Razor and then come through to here. That we're gradually fracturing each time we loop. Yeah, I agree. This is the first time we've had more than 3 voices. So we've always got the narrator and we've always got the hero, and then we usually get one more. But now we've got, what, 5 on the run here? The Broken's usual princess is the tower. Interesting.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
How, my dude?
The narrator is about to evaporate.
So did the Broken fracture off, cheated, and Contrarian? Yeah, exactly. I've been through a chapter 3 before. This is the
Might be the third chapter 3.
Chapter 3?
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Thank you.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
See, the narrator's seeing a door, but there isn't one.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to the music, too. Yeah, I want art of the different voices as well, because we've got all the princesses, but I want to see the voices art. Approach the mirror. It's our only... Yeah, we're going full spiral here.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
I mean, he's probably not wrong. The Broken wearing God's favorite princess t-shirt. Shirts.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Oh, God.
Oh, little buddy. He needs a hot chocolate in a blankie, doesn't he?
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Well, so he's still able to do...
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
Thanks, Clive.
I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good.
I really like the Contrarian. It's probably not wise of me to do so, but I do really like his perspective. Him and the skeptic.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Yay!
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Sure.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow, this is a Doctor Who villain now.
As your body tumbles onto the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
Well, she's got 2 human-esque hands
And a very sharp-looking dress.
and an even sharper looking dress. Look at her crown, look at her
shoulders.
look at her ears, her shoulders, her dress. Everything about her is very, very sharp.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
She's not wrong. Yeah, she greased up the ramp.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
Thank you.
That was you. No, I'm just trying to add some levity to this.
Thank you, asshole.
Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
Did he?
This is why we've already lost.
Oh, Bumpkin.
Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp. Your internal
Oh,
bickering
God.
is cut
Also,
short by the
Doctor
wet
is
sound of
magnificent.
Slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms
Oh.
flopping at her elbows like
Oh,
torn
it's gonna get
sleeves.
stabby
The chair
again.
clatters to the floor.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Sharp Mother's here now. Okay. There you go. One knife wife wasn't enough. Now you got double knife wife, folks.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, honey, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to exert yourself.
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
Dying? 2 knife,
Wife,
2
2
wife. Thank you. So, this is what happens when you don't give a princess some appropriate enrichment. She needs enrichment time in her enclosure. Puffer up. Okay, so we have no explorer options. Let me read these all to you.
Fighting.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. I'm gonna go with not letting her stab us. We can dodge, right? Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her.
Ooh.
She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. I wonder if these options are driven by which voices you've had.
They are. If we go with we're going to try flirting with her, I
Lost,
think we might-
panicking, flirting.
we might manifest the smitten.
Yeah. We're going to let her stab us and we're going to have a sip off her lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. You guys are Canadian, not British. Stop it. Or all of these ideas suck. Think up something better. I'm saving. Okay. Huh.
I'm going to go with flirt.
Everybody wants to flirt, so okay, we're gonna flirt. You're welcome, ya horn dogs.
Now that is an interesting move.
Okay?
Interesting? It's disgusting. No, don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Maybe she just needs love, you prick.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
She's
I'm sorry! Have you seen Modern Gaming? What do you mean do we have to flirt with the monster? Go to 3.
Of course we do. No, I'm into it. The one making the decisions is into it. Are you not?
Contrary is right here with me. I just freaking love this.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks, Gail. We'll come back to you, okay?
Stop.
You look comfortable.
I could go either way, honestly.
Purple lighting up in here.
Okay. Thank you for that. Good voice work on that line, too. Well done, Johnny. Ooh.
She doesn't want us.
Oh, hush, puppy.
Oh, baby.
You're just saying that because you want her to be into you. I know. I thought I was being obvious.
Oh. Okay, so... oh, no. Okay.
I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are?
I just feel like I really get you. I like you. Romantically even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date.
How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death?
That's not bad. Or give her the look. They straight up blue steeled. Oh my gosh. If you say hash this out, she's going to literally make hash out of you. Oh... I do kind of like, how about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death?
I believe the look is
He's also a
Disco
Disco Elysium. Yes, very much so. Alright, we're gonna say buy me dinner before you impale me to death.
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Okay, this is not gonna work, but this is fun.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too.
Really?
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work,
No,
isn't it?
it's not.
No, it's not.
But why mess around with appetizers when the main course is right here?
Yeah, okay.
Or not.
That is some gorgeous, disturbing art. But I made her smile. It's the little thing. Content warning. We're about to die again.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Oh, baby.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you and skewers you.
This is a perfect time to go to that ad.
Right? And with that, we need to run an ad break. And we'll see what happens when we come back. Okay? 3 minutes, folks. We'll be right back. Okay.
That went well.
Let's see what happens next.
Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
There's the smitten.
Jackie Daytona.
Right.
Normal human bartender.
Our Matt Berry has returned.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Not quite sure.
Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we fell sideways through a crack. Right. It is a stylistically interesting, but realization challenging style choice, Ducky.
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be.
Buck up here,
Dead,
Sour.
Dead, 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 dead. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
I have a feeling this may be the end.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Oh, now you're listening to me tell you how many times I've been here. Somebody got with the program. I think we're just kind of paused. We're about to die. The neckline of that dress is definitely pointed.
I don't actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died?
About 15 new, I think?
Yes. That. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
Thank you, Contrarian.
I haven't. It's 4.
This time.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Supposed to go past.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I love that she's so positive and chirpy.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
She just took one step forward. Interesting.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Better how?
We'll win her heart eventually.
Thank you, Smitten.
Come on, show me something new.
Why does she like new things? Because she's bored, right? Okay. So options
Never dodged
again.
before.
Yeah. We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up. I'm gonna go with not letting her stab us. We can dodge. We're panicking. We haven't panicked before.
Okay.
I'm kind of into all these ideas suck. Think of something better. Let's try talk it out, because that's me, obviously. Doesn't running like hell count as panicking? I would think. I'm not sure. But let's try talking. But that's not something new. Let's dodge. We can dodge, right? It doesn't work. And she kills you again. And again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging.
Voice of the hunted.
Voice of the hunted. That's new.
She skewers you.
Thank you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Yeah, somehow we've broken the narrative entirely here.
We just have to hit her harder.
He's also new.
He's new, stubborn, so he's probably who we get if you pick let's fight her.
She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. panic! Flee!
Paranoid. That's new as well.
She's evolving visually.
Yeah, look at her. Visually, she's becoming less and less herself.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
But into what?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Well, I don't think we have a choice about giving up, even if we wanted to.
We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window.
Shut up, Clive!
Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Cold we've had before, haven't we, with the Spectre? I could have swore.
Don't think so.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely.
Hush.
Okay.
Let's
thank you.
appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm
Each
sure
one of these
she'll-
maps to one of the other options we tried.
Yeah, opportunist I don't think we've had. No, these are all the options we haven't tried. They're all collapsing
That was
in
what I
anyway.
meant.
Yeah. She is the Swiss Army wife, for sure.
She skewers you.
Thank you.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. None of this is working. Think.
There's my skeptic. There you are. He's with the prisoner. Look at the jaw. She's becoming a straight up like lanternfish.
She skewers you.
Thank you, narrator. I love the skeptic.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
But the music hasn't stopped. Yeah, he's tired. He sounds exhausted. Be prepared for that shatter. Chapter 4. The
All right,
empty
don't
cup.
lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Chapter 4? Chapter 4? Oh, we're really breaking things now. Folks,
Knife.
there's no option of a knife. There's no, it looks like a cave. It's just an entrance. Folks, I think we are going to run late tonight. Just to give everybody a heads up, I know some people have hard stops. Wendy, if you need to get ready to go here pretty quick, totally fine. I think we need to see this through. We've kind of gone off the edge of the map again. I didn't expect you'd end up on this variation of Razor and you adore it. I didn't know this was a variation of Razor. We're all learning here today. Yeah, sure. It's more like an impression of a former cabin and now it's a cave.
No steel claw, though.
No steel claw. Is that what he calls the
The
knife?
knife,
Have a good one, Hawkeye. Don't forget to get, like, all the cheese and get extra butter and extra ice. You always need both. That's why I assumed you might finish next week, as this chapter can take this one.
Yeah, this feels like we've got a little bit of time left.
Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick joke.
Really? Tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the U.S. and a lot of people have big gatherings, usually of family, with a big communal meal, and you always need more butter and more ice, no matter where you're going and what you're cooking. You run out of enough ice to have for drinks, and you run out of enough butter because cooking. Is that the permanent change now? We've permanently gotten rid of the knife. I like that! I really like that you can permanently get rid of the knife.
If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it.
Bingo,
Good
skeptic.
boy.
There's my boy.
That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
Good vibe. Wrong approach.
Yeah, mind over matter.
Or, as my Welsh brother-in-law refers to it, it's fuck off Puritan Day.
Fuck off Puritan's Day.
Who needs violence when you have love?
Thank
Well,
you,
human
Smitten.
rights.
Have we got all the voices with us
All
now?
of them with us now, yeah.
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
And thank you, Jared Leto.
Right? Mods, are we doing okay with the dramatis personae here?
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Oh, hush.
And Morrissey as well.
Well, boys, are we ready?
I'm disappointed we haven't met the opportunist. He sounds fun. Can you imagine having this many Johnny voices in your head? Oh my gosh.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is about. Yeah. Leave it to the pros.
Ooh, I missed something. Hang on. They're entirely too many. How, this isn't good. This is. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing them? Okay. Leave voice of the stubborn again. Leave it to the pros.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star.
I cast magic missile.
I adore him. He is Matt Berry, but this is so funny.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Could you?
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Is that the point? Do we have to get to the point where there are enough versions of us to take over and enough power of us in our voices to take over the control of the narrative? We can edge out this third-person perspective. Because then it's just the two of us. It's us and the princess. And oh God, I'm so stupid. What is she trying to do? She's trying to find more and more versions of herself to have enough experience to know who she is. It's what's happening to us. We're having more and more versions of ourselves to try to figure out who it is we are. We're gonna equalize here real quick. She started with everything and not enough detail, and we started with nothing.
And not enough
And
detail.
now we're doing this.
Now we're meeting in the middle.
Oh, I can't believe it took me this long to figure that out. Oh!
Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
She's not as pointy.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it that your arms are knives? Maybe. I think we've done this enough and we've learned enough about who we are, and she has enough critical mass.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
So he's not saying a
He's
word.
not saying it.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Frick.
You absolute wanker!
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too.
He's reasserting himself.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
Oh, God.
Then it erupts.
Okay, honey. Good for you.
Exacto, mommy.
Exacto, mommy. Ultra plus. Yes, very much so.
She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Yeah, sharp mother, for sure. Wow.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Does it involve stabbing?
Do I have a choice?
Holy shit!
Thank you, hero!
Waifu.
She's gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Absolutely divine.
Way to stick the bit, my friend. Way to stick the bit.
Yes! Behold, the perfect woman.
Also makes sense he would find her hot.
Interesting.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Fan artists, when you draw the Contrarian, please always include him carrying around a window that he can defenestrate things and people with. Thank you.
That looked painful.
That's an interesting omission from here.
How is she still alive?
Excellent question, Skeptic. Thank you.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
True.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Go read your conspiracy theories.
I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
And it hasn't.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Thank you, Marvin the Paranoid Android.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Good luck, buddy. Let us know how that goes. Oh my god. They're all screaming commands and thoughts. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna save here because the sound is delightfully chaotic.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
This is the music of the long quiet.
So, and it's a normal basement.
So I think she's about to...
You're about to be finished.
It doesn't look like she's chained up, does it?
No, she's not. God damn. Bye, asshole.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form. And yet there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. I love this drawing. God, I really love this. Again and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself. She's gonna go.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and... That's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too?
Ooh, getting nice and deep.
No, I'm the one who hurts you.
If you want to. She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are, repelling her to the point of destruction. She's literally fighting against herself. She is. She's turning into a flower. It's exposing the heart. There's nothing less of us to hurt. That's exactly it, KDB. Be formless, shapeless. Allow a sharp foe to vanquish herself is the achievement we just received. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently and calmly in your palm. Please don't squish it. Please don't squish it. Please don't squish it. Oh. Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Remember how every time we talk to her in this place, she always talks about this will make for a gentle heart, or this will make for a fierce heart. You just stabbed her in the heart when you did it. Okay. You probably had the knife still. We didn't have that option. Time to approach the mirror. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. We don't even have the hero here this time. Right, Wendy? No hero to reassure. You are nothing at all. I want them to release a poster of all the branching narratives. Look, 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 look. That's a frickin' Raven / Skeksis with sharp teeth head. Remember what I said? The reference to birds.
Yep.
Oh, I'm feeling some smoke. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Some kind of bird. It looks like a Skeksis. In fact, I think I'm going to take it.
Actually, this route can be obtained at any point, and it's like this. It's just coincidence that you got it now, but it is gorgeous timing.
Hang on, I'm going to save this screenshot just really quick. Desktop. I'm a bird!
Efficient in bird lore.
You might want to leave this end game for next stream, as it will take a while. That's an excellent suggestion. Let's see if I can save here. I can indeed. Thank you. Right. Since we're already 10 minutes over stream and we haven't even done shenanigans yet, let's leave that here. Let's take 3 minutes, folks, just so I can not be interrupted by shenanigans with the ad break. And then we'll wrap up. If you need to go,
yeah,
that's fine, but this is a hell of a wonderful cliffhanger for us to pick up on next week. We'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello? Okay, and we're back. I can't believe I got the thing about the bird right. I seem to have gotten the thing about the bird right.
We're a murder burp.
But it's more than that. Because the only other living thing that we've ever seen a direct reference to
It's birds.
is a bird. There's no other people, no other references to cities or groups or anything. So I think we might be a projection of the princess onto a bird because she needed something else to interact with. And we've both just iterated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until we've reached a point where we can have allegorical communication to the point where she can emotionally and physically evolve. That or whatever the narrator actually is, some kind of counterpart. I mean, if we take the alien analogy going further, it's probably the AI of her ship or something, grabbing something in the environment to make us interact with so that she iterates.
Yeah.
I can't.
So fucking good.
I wonder if this is actually the ending, or if we get to go through and like pick a different version of her that we want to be the final version, or I don't know. I honestly don't know. At this point, there's a lot still to play for, apparently. So hopefully we'll wrap it up next week. Right, so let's do a shenanigan real quick.
Shenanigans.
Preemie says, I'm coming over. She saw the bread pudding. I'm like, yes, please do. Okay. Also, I just found out by reading the blurb for this Paladin's book that apparently the Marguerite character is a love interest. So that's going to make reading this sucker really uncomfortable.
I've never read these before. That's going to change.
Yeah, but there are 4 of them. So read the other 3 first. They're quick reads. Let me just say they're wonderful and light and pacey and sweet. And I freaking love the Temple of the White Rat. And let's just move on. Anyway, we're going to do some shenanigans. And the shenanigans this week, as Marguerite finds the buttons and remembers what the heck it is she's supposed to be doing right now. That's fan art. The fan art was good, so let's throw that in the chat again. What is our shenanigans? This ending or not, this game is worth like 3 to 4 completely distinct replays. Why do you think I have all those saves? I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to load this one. I'm going to take different choices. I'm going to load this one and take different choices. Just really quick before we do shenanigans, can I just show you this fan art? Because it's so adorable and also... Ducks. No more needed. We can move on quickly. Ducks. There we go. Unsolicited duck pics have occurred. You're welcome. Okay, Marguerite's been playing not nearly enough Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like literally a third of the way through the end game, but I didn't have enough time to play and then the Wi-Fi went down, so maybe Friday night with a pizza. I can finally finish my first playthrough. Right, okay. Back to shenanigans now that I'm done with the unsolicited duck pics. Okay. We have an update on Herschel. Herschel the corgi. Herschel the beloved corgi. So I'm going to get that up close and personal for you. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Because I've been talking all night, so you might want to.
I haven't seen any dog stories in a while. How are Charleston and Hanukkah Goblin doing? Dog updates. The first one's a little sad, but also how life should go. Arwen is 14 now, and while she's still moving, eating, pooping, and generally enjoying life, she also has canine dementia and sundown syndrome, when she gets extremely nervous and her dementia gets worse after dark.
Oh, poor baby.
She'll be with us for a while yet, but it's something we just have to manage now. One person who is very much helping her manage is Herschel. My parents are traveling a lot while they still have the knees for it, so I spend a lot of time up at their house, and Charleston and Herschel come up too. Being a corgi, Herschel likes to manage things, and Arwen would like someone to manage things for her, so he has become her self-appointed guide dog.
Oh, my heart!
When I call the dogs for food or outside, he goes and finds a deaf ass to the location. Normally, she doesn't go outside after dark, but when the boys are there, she's willing to wait for Charlie to chase away anything that might be lurking, and then follow Herschel's ass around the yard at night. Very literally.
Aww.
She's also got cataracts, and I think his bright white backside is easy for her to see in the dark, so she just follows it around.
That's so sweet.
During daytime walks, she sees well enough, but neither she nor Charlie are fans of strange off-leash dogs running up to them, a regrettably common problem out here, I don't care if your dog is friendly. Mine are not.
All dogs should be on leashes, just period.
So both of them prefer to walk half a pace behind Herschel, so his more socially adept and knife-filled face is out front to intercept any unwanted solicitors. This does tend to give people the opposite impression, though, because he is so much shorter. Herschel gives the impression of a tiny, charming mafioso, flanked by his two large and very surly bodyguards. Like, they would absolutely kill a bear for him, but Charlie and Arwen would also try to kill a bear on general.
Please do not kill a bear. It might be a truant.
At night, when Arwen barks at shadows, Herschel runs up and stands between her and the alleged menace, and does his best to look large and intimidating, and for as silly as he looks, he actually has a really good growl. After a moment, when the alleged bear, or congressman, or other horror, fails to appear, he will stick his nose into the offending shadow, and finding nothing, be satisfied that their joint effort has successfully chased the problem off, and report back to her. This, more than anything else, seems to alleviate Arwen's fears. I guess we all just need someone to take us seriously when we're frightened.
Oh!
Charleston, meanwhile, has gotten into giving safari tours of the Front Range's small vertebrates. After 8 years of managing his exceptionally high prey drive, something clicked earlier this year, and instead of immediately lunging his whole face at any approximately bite-sized animal in an attempt to expedite its journey into his stomach, Charlie has started pointing at things until I come look at them and tell him he's a good boy.
Aww.
This started with a mole, something he'd never seen before, and that moves above ground in a strange way, so he wasn't sure about eating it. So he only alerted at it. Good boy, I shouted, giving him all the cuddles. Good spot. Good job not eating it. It is important to reward behavior you want to see. Since then, he's been trying out, pointing at small creatures in the grass, and then making very pointed eye contact with me until I come look at them. This is a little tricky when walking both dogs, because Herschel is still very much in his inhale wildlife phase, but usually I can log the little gremlin's leash and go look at whatever Charlie has cornered, while Herschel attempts to develop telekinesis to will the critter into his mouth.
Oh, God.
So far, Charleston has found a baby rabbit, several baby rabbits in a cluster, an adult rabbit with jackalope virus, several voles, several moles, a fledgling owl, only the 2 mice, several mouse-sized grasshoppers and cicada, someone's pet rat, the person was searching within earshot and socks was collected forthwith,
Aww.
a beanie baby that had me fooled for a hot minute too, a marmot, which I didn't know lived down here, a groundhog, which I didn't know lived up here, a mink, so many toads, a wild turkey chick, so many more garter snakes, and last night, an aquatic shrew.
I don't even know what an aquatic shrew is.
I don't know if there's an Audubon Society for small things that scuttle around in the undergrowth, but I am inclined to join solely to get Charleston recognition for his service in surveying them.
Aww. And the tags here are Charleston Chew, Arwen the Crime Dog, Herschel the Hanukkah Goblin, and Family Lore.
Aww.
That's so very sweet.
I adore that Herschel has gone, no, I am your guide dog now. Follow my butt.
Trevor's dog Foofy. Okay, what is this? Trevor Noah's childhood dogs he describes in his memoir. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love Herschel. Herschel's doing a good job. Just the idea of a little corgi guide dog for another older dog. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's just still disturbingly wholesome.
And just 100% butt.
Yes. Whole lot of butt going on there. One of the dogs was a guide to another in this case as well. Yeah, I've heard of this. Before. It's apparently not terribly uncommon. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us for this extended epic show.
Yeah, that was a whole long session, but yeah, that will be fun to come back to.
Terrifying.
Next week.
With it.
We appear to be a gigantic carnivorous bird of some kind that we will perhaps learn more about. Right. So what's coming up? The full in on
This
Friday?
coming Friday in the full id, we've got a fantastic Netflix show that hasn't been cancelled before it finished.
Thank goodness.
Some superb found footage Japanese horror stories, and what to do when you meet someone at a convention.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Okay. I was like thinking. Right, the Skeksis are behind it all. And then on Sunday, we'll be back. We are now in the DLC of Toem. We are on a beach vacation.
Might be the last part of Toem.
It might be the last session. I don't know. There's an awful lot of critters.
There might be a couple. Yeah.
But we're getting towards the end of the session in Toem. And once again, if we are looking for suggestions of other games to investigate. So if you have an idea for something that's chill on Sunday morning, and we tend to prefer things that are puzzly or explory. We don't like the bang bang shoot 'em up so much. Go ahead and send them our way on social media or here in the stream. And then next week, we will be back with more Slay the Princess.
Indeed.
And then we will have 2 more weeks of stream after that, during one of which will be hopefully our Brandon Boone interview, which I'm so looking forward to. And then we will be collecting questions from you, the audience, and from our mods about what we want to do for our very last stream of the year. We're hoping, depending on timing and Brandon's availability, Alistair and I are going to play them, actually.
I'm going to lose.
So please, can you think of some fun, actually style questions that we can ask, that our mods or somebody can read for us and ask for. Oh yeah, we're going to have to figure out how they can read the questions in such a way that we can ring in at the same time. Because otherwise I'm going to read them out loud and I'm just going to jump in and you're never going to get to play. So we need to find some other way to do. Maybe we'll do them as like cards. We'll prep them as art cards and then flick them up on the screen.
There you go.
And we can all read at once and
there you go.
Jump. I don't know. We're thinking about it. We can't get our hands on a copy of the board game that came out, the play at home version, because it was a Kickstarter a few years ago only in the US and they don't exist now anymore. But if you have fun, nitpicky kind of, actually questions about any of the stuff that we've engaged with this year, we would really love to have them.
We would.
Ducky, I think we've got a playlist for where you can find examples of them actually on YouTube if you're not familiar with it. It is the nerd game show about being right. Needless to say, watching Brandon Lee Mulligan play this about Tolkien is hilarious. And
I believe the line is accuracy described as shenanigans on the being right about stuff show.
Right, but we want to give it a try. That's what we're going to do for the end of the year. And of course there'll be, our end of year fan art video and all that good stuff as well. So that's what we got coming up. Thank you very much for joining us.
We'll see you on Friday and then on Sunday and then back here. Yeah. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this has been Naifu Waifu Power Hour.
Yeah, very much Naifu Waifu Power Hour. But now we've met all the voices. So
Indeed.
Go forth. Go forth and make me my lo-fi princess playlist, please. And then draw all the voices in the Get Along shirt because they all need to
be in the Get Along shirt.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, folks. See you next time.
We'll see you around.